just like that, 11 weeks in the high school football regular season are all wrapped up, which means we are full speed ahead to the 2024 postseason. We are live at Antioch High School, where the Bears get ready to host the Franklin Admirals in one of many exciting first-round matchups of the TSSAA playoffs. I'm Jill Jelnick. Welcome into Football Frenzy Live, sponsored by Wilson Bank and Trust. It's no secret that Middle Tennessee is home to some of the best high school football teams in the entire state, and the number of teams that are playing tonight in the first round is proof of that. Over 50 Middle Tennessee high school teams in action tonight, competing first round of the TSSAA playoffs, trying to extend their season just a little bit longer. Coming up in the next half hour, we'll try to preview as many of those matchups as possible, including a big one over in Wilson County tonight as the undefeated Green Hill Hawks host the Blackman Blaze. We'll also have our FFL forecast, Fox 17 Top 17, and much, much more. But first, we start with our game of the week. Our game of the week features two teams that are hungry for postseason play, the Antioch Bears and the Franklin Admirals. The Admirals able to punch their ticket to the 6A playoffs for the first time in 4 years. Franklin hired Josh Adkins to take over the program back in January, and already he's helped the Admirals go from 2-8 last year to 5-5 and playoff eligible in his first season. Coach Adkins tells me that this is a special group of young men, and they truly believe that they belong in the postseason.
We're excited, ecstatic for us, making that push. It's the first time for these seniors, so it's something they've not used to and accustomed to, but they're definitely, excited for the challenge because they know, with playoffs, it comes down to, the top 32 teams in the state making the playoffs, and obviously the best team will survive and advance.
As for Antioch High School, the Bears are in the middle of a huge transformation of their football program. Just 2 years ago, Antioch finished the season 0-10, didn't win a single game, and went through a period of time where it lost 53 of its 55 games. Last year, the Bears started their turnaround under head coach Devin Arnold and were able to secure their first playoff spot since 2016. Arnold became the director of football ops at Lipscomb Academy this year, leaving the program in the hands of former Overton head coach Arsente Broom. This year, Coach Broom was able to continue the rebuild and led the team to the playoffs for the second straight year.
Super excited. I think that this is a special time for these kids. These seniors were here when their freshman year, man. I think they went 1-9, maybe, or 0-10. So this is a big moment for the entire school. It just shows, man, with a little hard work and then just some good direction. I think Coach Arnold, laid the foundation for these guys last year, and then I came in. I just wanted to build upon it, so it means a lot.
Of course, this isn't our only big matchup in the first round of the playoffs tonight, and certainly not the only 6A showdown. We also have a big matchup in Wilson County tonight as the undefeated Green Hill Hawks host the Blackman Blaze first round of the 6A playoffs. For more on this game, let's bring in our FFL reporter, Caitlin Miller, joining us now live from Green Hill High School. And Caitlin, obviously, these two teams excited to make the postseason, but looking to extend the season a little longer.
Jill, it's a big Friday night tonight because it's the first week of playoffs. We have Blackman going up against Green Hill. Now, it's been a historic season for Green Hill. Not only are they the region champions, but it's the first time that this program has gone undefeated all season. And it's the 7th time in Wilson County that a public school has gone undefeated. But they do have some tough opponents tonight against Blackman, which is also a great program with a rich history and a couple of D1 prospects. Their head coach Matthew Kreisky says that they've had their ups and downs this year and lost some very close games against top teams in the state. But he says tonight they're ready to play. Green Hill has had 6 shutouts this season and held a Golden Bears team that was averaging 33.8 points to just 10 points. Coach Josh Crouch attributes a huge part of their success to their defense this season. He says they're giving up on average only about 6 to 7 points a game. He says they lost a lot of their seniors last year, so there were a lot of question marks on defense, but he says the guys have really stepped up and it's showing.
Blackman's a great program. We got a lot of really good football players. couple of Division I prospects. So it's going to be about managing ourselves, doing the small things right. These games are kind of separated between inches. So we've got to make sure that we're not hurting ourselves, and then we're taking care of the ball.
We got to have ball security, not have any turnovers. As long as offensively we don't turn the ball over and give Green Hills extra opportunities, that'll be huge. All year long in big games, we've been able to try to control the clock just so our defense does not get tired.
Blackman quarterback Cannon Burrows has been a star this year. He's a semifinalist for the Tennessee Titans Mr. Football. But coming up later in the show, we hear from the designated captain at Blackman who had to miss out on his entire senior season after a very serious car crash. We'll have that story later in the show. For now, Jill, we'll send things back to you.
Time now for our FFL forecast, and for that, let's bring in our Code Red meteorologist, Brett Luna. And Brett, earlier I was actually in my polo, no jacket. Now it got a little chillier. I have my jacket on, but it's looking like potentially a beautiful fall night for the first round of playoffs.
Hey, Jill, if that was me out there, I'd have my jacket on, too. I saw you out there in that blue polo. Now you got the jacket on. For me, this is a little bit kind of cool. I know a lot of folks, though, really no issue with that. But the weather is still looking pretty good. No rain that we're going to have to worry about as we head through the rest of tonight. So all those football games through tonight, they're going to stay nice and dry. A little bit cool, though. You saw Jill and Caitlin both in their jackets. Back out west of here, we have some showers and thunderstorms over in those areas. That will head our way, but we're not going to see any severe weather out of that like some of those spots of Texas and Oklahoma are right now. Temperatures for other parts of Middle Tennessee, mainly in the upper 50s, lower 60s. Gallatin at 58, 59 down in Columbia, 59 as well down in Lewisburg. Also, just a light breeze, 5 to 10 mile an hour winds across Middle Tennessee and southern Kentucky. Overall, though, really nice weather for these football games tonight. We should stay in the upper 50s as we go through the next few hours, and we will be dry. Rain is on the way, though, for the weekend. I'll have more details on that coming up.
After the break, we'll take a look at some other first-round matchups, including some potential upsets in the first round. Stay with us. The Frenzy is back right after this.
You're watching Football Frenzy Live!
Welcome back to Football Frenzy Live, sponsored by Wilson Bank and Trust. We are inching closer and closer to our game of the week as the Antioch Bears host the Franklin Admirals for the first round of the 6A playoffs. Certainly a heightened level of excitement when it comes to postseason high school football, especially here in Middle Tennessee. And there's no doubt that there will be entire communities and towns out cheering for their teams tonight all across the mid-state. Let's go ahead and look at some of the big blockbuster matchups. The first round of action tonight, starting with the 7-time state champions Oakland Patriots. Head coach Kevin Creasy and the Patriots looking to bring home another gold ball trophy this season after falling to Houston last year in the state final game. But before that, Patriots won the 6A title 3 years in a row. No strangers to deep postseason runs. However, Lebanon Blue Devils look to try to end their postseason run before it even starts. The Blue Devils earned the 4th seed in Region 4 6A, will look to take down the Patriots in the first round. Sticking in 6A, how about the Brentwood Bruins earning the number 2 seed in their region, but will host the Smyrna Bulldogs. Not an easy opponent tonight in the first round. The Bruins with just 2 losses on the season to rivals Ravenwood and Brentwood Academy, while the Bulldogs started the season a little slow but have now won 4 of their last 6. 2 teams very familiar to the playoff stage. Smyrna made it all the way to the second round last year before falling to Ravenwood. Bruins were knocked out in state semis by eventual champion Houston Mustangs. Over in 5A, undefeated Page Patriots will look to stay perfect on the season, make it to the 5A state championship game for the 4th year in a row. The Patriots, no stranger to deep runs. They have been eager to try to bring home that gold ball trophy after being runner-up the last 3 years. So looking to get over that hump. Page will host Columbia Lions tonight, who come into the game 6-4 and have won 3 of their last 4. Let's take a look at some other first-round games in action tonight, starting in 6A. 8-2 Cookeville taking on 8-2 Riverdale. Mount Juliet hosting Coffee County. Stewart's Creek Antioch wrapped up the season 9-1 hosting Independence, and the defending 6A champs Houston hosting Dickson County. In 5A play, Lincoln County hosting the Centennial Cougars. Our Friday night rivals game of the week, Nolensville Knights hosting the Tullahoma Wildcats. Should be a good one. In 4A, undefeated Marshall County hosting Lexington. Pearl Cone at home, first round, hosting South Gibson. Over in 3A play, East Nashville hosting Cheatham County for the first round. Liberty Creek at home hosting Fairview. In 2A, Cannon County taking on Westmoreland. And in Division II AA, the undefeated CPA Lions looking to bring home their second straight title, hosting CAK tonight. Should be an exciting first round of the playoffs. Well, don't go anywhere, because we're not done yet. Coming up next, we're going to bring you the story of one player from Blackman High School that is grateful for football and also lucky to be alive. Stay with us. That story is next.
You're watching Football Frenzy Live.
Welcome back to Football Frenzy Live, sponsored by Wilson Bank and Trust. We are just 15 minutes away from the start of the 2024 TSSAA postseason, and also 15 minutes away from kickoff of our game of the week. The Antioch Bears hosting the Franklin Admirals tonight for the first round of the 6A playoffs. Now, that's certainly not the only big 6A matchup tonight. On the other side of the bracket, another big game over in Wilson County. Green Hill Hawks hosting the Blackman Blaze. Our FFL reporter, Caitlin Miller, already previewed that game. She's in Green Hill High School tonight and joins us now with a special story that goes beyond football.
We're here with Blackman senior wide receiver Dante Coleman. Dante, you're captain at tonight's game, but unfortunately, you missed out on your entire senior season due to a bad car accident where you broke your hip. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
So basically, I was coming home from school, and then I had picked up one of my friends or whatever, right? And then we were just chilling, and on the way back home, I was pulling out, and I got hit by a truck, and then I ended up in the hospital. Yeah. And
you broke your hip, so what was that like?
I couldn't walk for like a week. That was kind of stressful though, because like, dang, I can't walk no more. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I actually got back to walking, I was happy. It was exciting. I was like, dang, like, because at first, like, the moment when I was just looking up in the ambulance, I was like, dang, it's over with. But then now my teammates came to support me and stuff, so I was like, yeah, I got to fight through this. Yeah.
That's amazing, and I know how much you love football, how much you care about your team. What was it like to miss out on your senior season?
I ain't gonna lie, it was sad. Like, at first, and as we started winning, I was like, I'm still happy for them. You see what I'm saying? Like, obviously, it still hurt a little bit that I can't play and stuff like that. But then all in all, when they make plays, I'll be over there cheering. For real, it's exciting.
And you're here tonight, you're healthy, you're the honorary captain. What was it like that your team honored you in this way?
I feel happy because, like, I know I missed some of the practices or whatever, right? But it was still good. Like, they still welcome me out every time, and you know what I'm saying, they talk to me a lot and stuff like that.
Well, Dante, I'm glad to see you healthy. You're here tonight to cheer on your team in playoffs. Good luck, and Jill, we'll send things back to you.
Our Code Red meteorologist, Brett Luna, joining us again for our FFL forecast. And Brett, looking good so far for the first round of playoffs. Hopefully it will hold the rest of the night.
Hey, Jill, I think it's going to. I think we got great weather as we go through the rest of the night. No rain that we're going to have to worry about, no bad storms. We will get a rain chance later on this weekend, but none of that will affect any of these high school football games tonight. So I know a lot of folks out of the high school football games tonight, also a lot of folks out on Broadway, too. Broadway is rocking 60 degrees right here in Nashville, and that's where most of us are, upper 50s, lower 60s across most of Middle Tennessee and in southern Kentucky, too. All dry, not seeing any rain from Jill's point of view or Caitlin's point of view, all dry across Tennessee. Back out to the west of us, though. Moving through parts of Oklahoma down into Texas, too. We've seen some severe weather over in that part of the country. All that's going to head our way, but we're going to lose those good severe ingredients. So we're just going to see some showers and a few thunderstorms as we head on into Saturday and into Sunday, too. So for tonight, we're all dry. This system, though, is going to start to head our way, and I think we'll finally start to see some rainfall out of this by late Saturday morning, late tomorrow morning, early tomorrow afternoon. More of this gets more widespread as we head through the afternoon hours and then through the evening, too. This is tomorrow at 10 p.m. We'll likely be seeing some rain overnight in the Sunday morning. Then Sunday morning at 7 a.m., I think the bulk of the activity, we could still see some scattered showers in Middle Tennessee, but the bulk of the activity in southern Kentucky, also back closer to the Tennessee River, too. And then that'll start to get a little bit more widespread. This is noon. It pushes in closer to Interstate 65, slides further to the east, crossing over 65 by 5 p.m., and then out along the plateau as we head on into early Monday morning. And then the rainfall totals. This is going to be some decent rainfall, it looks like, for some areas, especially along and west of Interstate 65. We could be looking at 2 to 3 inches for some of those areas. So finally, a better chance for some decent rainfall. Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be drying out. If you have any plans for Veterans Day, should be great for those on Monday. 71 degrees, our high temperature Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then we bring in another rain chance just for a few scattered showers Wednesday, highs in the lower 70s, 30% chance then. Thursday, Friday, drier and cooler with highs in the mid-60s.
Coming up next, we break down the Fox 17 top 17 teams as we kick off the first week of the high school football postseason. Stay with us. The Frenzy is back right after this. It's almost here. We are just minutes away from the start of the 2024 TSSAA postseason. We've previewed a lot of matchups tonight going down in Middle Tennessee, including this one, our game of the week right behind me. And a lot of the matchups included our teams that have been in our rankings the last couple weeks. For more on that, let's bring in Joe Dubin, MTSU football analyst and host of 102.5 The Game, for our Fox 17 Top 17.
Hi, Jill. Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited to be back for the official playoff Fox 17 Top 17 poll. Let's get right to it. Coming in number 17, the Riverdale Warriors. Always a great team. Lost last week to the region to Oakland, but played them tough. Watch out for Riverdale. Number 16, Pearl Cone. They lost the region to a very good Marshall County team, but Pearl Cone is really good. They're at number 16. Number 15, Franklin Road Academy. They lost the region to CPA. FRA, though, is a still good team. Watch out for them. Number 14, let's go to the Plateau. The Upperman Bees, unbeaten. Good job, Upperman. They're at number 14. Number 13, Shelbyville. That's right. Shelbyville makes the Fox 17 Top 17. They come in at number 13. Number 12, Marshall County. Unbeaten in the region. They are at number 12. Number 11, they slipped a little bit after a tough loss last week to Green Hill. But Mount Juliet comes in number 11. Keep eye on them in the playoffs. Coach Trey Perry still has a great squad. Number 10, Stewart's Creek. They won the region. Great job by Stewart's Creek. They come in at number 10. Number 9, Nashville Christian. Look, they got the best quarterback around in Jared Curtis, one of the best coaches in Jeff Brothers. Nashville Christian could go all the way. Number 8, love this, in Montgomery County, Clarksville. Unbeaten, come in at number 8. Keep it going, Clarksville. Number 7, CPA, Ingle Martin, trying to get back to the state championship. Number 6, a team I've talked about all year because they run the football so well, the Beach Buccaneers. Number 5, Innsworth. The Hasselbecks have done a great job at Innsworth. They come in at number 5. Number 4, the Green Hill Hawks. Suffocating defense, great head coach. Watch out for Green Hill. Number 3, again, by the best roster around, the Page Patriots. Just do a great job each year. Coach Charles Rathbone has a solid squad. Number 2, the Oakland Patriots. And number 1, as we head into the playoffs, the team that beat Oakland, the Ravenwood Raptors. No matter what happens, this playoff season is going to be fun. Get out there and support your local high schools. They would love to see you. There you go, Jill. Back to you.
Our Friday night rivals game of the week tonight, the 6-4 Nolensville Knights hosting the 6-4 Tullahoma Wildcats for the first round of the 5A playoffs. Kickoff at 7 p.m. You can catch that full game broadcast on our sister station, MyTV 30. Before we go, as always, let's end the show with our Fox 17 Fantastic Fans. Of excitement when it comes to the first round of the TSSAA playoffs, and that's certainly the case here at Antioch High School. There's our Fox 17 fantastic fans, as we love to say goodbye and close out with them. Thanks so much for Jill Jonick and our